everyone, welcome back to Coach Corner. I'm Jenna Sanders here with head coach John Bowen. How are you doing today, Coach?
Doing well.
All right, so let's talk about McIntosh.
Okay.
So you are friends with the coach at McIntosh, and so do you feel like this is helping the rivalry grow a little bit, or just bring it closer?
It always makes it entertaining. It's kind of like fighting your brother, the people that you know you care about, and you get along with. That's always a little more interesting, especially because we hang out and we talk to each other during the year. So when you have that win at the game, then you kind of something will kind of hang over everybody else's head for the next year. So it works out pretty well. Having taught there for 4 years and coaching with everybody there, all the kids I knew are gone, but all the coaches are the same. And we all get along. Coach Haney and I and all the coaches at McIntosh, we all do. Don't have any bad thoughts about each other, but come game day, we all want to win.
So how do you feel about this team now that you only have a few regular season games left?
You kind of feel the end coming. We know it's around the corner. We got spring break, so this is kind of like a little mini end because we get those 10 days off. We can kind of recoup. But very happy so far. We've worked really hard. We're getting better and better and better. And I think once we get a break and getting our legs and minds fresh again and be able to pick up from where we left off and start progressing again, I hope that we can make a little more progress and hopefully be really ready once the state playoffs start.
Do you feel as if a lot of this team has improved over the season?
Oh yeah, everybody's found a new role, found a new position, found a new understanding. So from the beginning, all of us have had to kind of start all over. I think of our starting 11, over half of them are in a position they're not familiar with or haven't been before this year, and so that just takes time. And so we put a lot of time in so far, and everybody's put their head down and gone to work and really tried to understand what's going on and ask questions when it doesn't make sense. And so I think you've seen a lot of progress. Like I said, anybody that's seen us from the beginning until now will know that there's been a lot of positives between in that time frame.
Do you feel as if injuries and sicknesses have harmed the team being able to perform?
Well, we have 18 players and on varsity, and I think at one time this year we only had 10 available because of injuries, illnesses, and other stuff. And last week we have 34 girls in the program total, and we only had 23 players available total. So yeah, it's made life a little entertaining.
Do you feel as if whenever those people get better, if they are able to play, that you will see an improvement in the team, or not since they haven't been practicing?
Well, it kind of depends on how long you're out. We've got one person coming back today who's been out for 3 or 4 weeks, and so it takes a minute to get back to game speed. It's not something that's instantaneous, but it's nice having numbers, and especially at practice, you're not wearing yourself down quite as much when you've got more people to run through something. And then the game, if we have some subs when we get tired, we can actually use them now. Most of the games this year we've played with 11 players. We got 1, maybe 2 subs, and that's it. Poor Coach Fleming on JV, I've pulled as many as 4 JV players at one time just so we have subs. And we even sent a varsity player to go to the JV game just so they had 11 to play. So it has been an issue this year. It's not something when you're out for that long that you can just step back in and be right where you left off. It does take a transition period. So anybody coming back from injury, they usually need kind of close to how long they were out. If she's been out 3 or 4 weeks, it's going to take her a week or 2 to really get back up to full speed and get back to where she was going. So it's not just the time you're out; it's the start over period where you have to kind of get back to where you were, and then we can start progressing. So it always is draining. It takes a lot out of us.
So what are you doing at practice to prepare for the McIntosh game specifically?
Just working on the basics, working on finishing, possessing the ball, things that we need to recognize and see and how to react to them offensively and defensively. Just kind of going over the same things we've been hammering home all year. We haven't got real complicated because, like I said, we got so many people learning new positions. We can't afford to throw people into new situations every day. So we kind of keep it as consistent as possible, and we have 5 or 6 main themes that we've talked about from day one this year that we've gotten a lot better at. So we just keep harping on those and trying to make sure that we're really good at what we do and we understand what we're doing. And if we do that and work as hard as we can't really ask for more.
Do you feel as if from the beginning of the season to now, communication has developed between all the players?
Yeah, it's gotten better. We've had like I said, a lot of people that are new to leadership positions, a lot of people that in the past could not talk now have to talk. So it takes a while. And with any team, it's an issue of building trust, because we have to get on each other. We have to kind of call each other out when we're playing and when we're practicing about, hey, that's not good enough. And it takes a while to develop the relationship enough to where you can do that and not have a break in the relationship. And so typically with girls and specifically, it takes a while till everybody's comfortable enough to be uncomfortable, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm familiar with you, then I don't mind, looking silly on occasion, and if I'm not, then maybe I'm a little more hesitant. I don't want to make mistakes. So we've progressed along. We've come a long way with that. The people that have taken leadership roles have done a really good job. Those that are not necessarily in a leadership role are still speaking up, and we kind of count on everybody. It's not that this one person or these 4 people take care of everything else. Everybody needs to be talking. And the more we do that, the better we'll get. It's still something we work on. It's one of those 5 or 6 things that we always talk about. But it's true with any team. The more you communicate, the more you talk, the better you'll be.
All right, well, thank you so much for talking to us, and
Very
good luck
well.
against McIntosh.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you guys for watching.